Welcome to Smart Stock Watch, your go-to channel for in-depth financial analysis. Today is September 17, 2025, and we're diving into General Mills' fiscal 2026 first quarter earnings report. Joining us is John, senior analyst from Smart Stock Watch. John, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to discuss General Mills' latest financial performance.
Let's start with a brief overview of General Mills. Known for its iconic brands like Cheerios and Betty Crocker, General Mills is a leader in the global food industry. Today, they've released their Q1 earnings report, and there's a lot to unpack. Revenue and profitability overview. Let's start with the top line. General Mills reported net sales of $4.5 billion, a 7% decrease. However, their operating profit saw a significant increase. John, can you explain this contrast?
Absolutely. The decrease in net sales was primarily due to divestitures and acquisitions, which accounted for a 4-point headwind. Despite this, operating profit surged by 108% to $1.7 billion, largely due to a $1.5 billion gain from the U.S. yogurt divestiture. However, when we look at the adjusted operating profit, it was down 18% in constant currency, reflecting the underlying challenges in their core operations.
And what about the earnings per share?
The adjusted diluted EPS came in at 86, which is a 20% decline in constant currency. This was slightly ahead of the analysts' forecast of 81 cents, based on a survey of 10 analysts, but still reflects the impact of lower adjusted operating profit and a higher effective tax rate.
Segment performance analysis. Let's delve into the segment performance. How did each segment fare in this quarter?
General Mills' North America retail segment saw a 13% decline in net sales, primarily due to lower volume and the impact of yogurt divestitures. On the other hand, the international segment performed well, with a 6% increase in net sales, driven by growth in regions like India and Europe. The North America pet segment also grew by 6%, benefiting from the Whitebridge Pet Brands acquisition. However, the food service segment experienced a 4% decline, impacted by the yogurt divestitures.
It seems like the divestitures had a significant impact across segments.
Indeed, the divestitures were a strategic move, but they did create short-term headwinds in terms of sales and profitability.
Strategic initiatives and future outlook. John, what strategic initiatives is General Mills focusing on to drive future growth?
General Mills is heavily investing in restoring organic sales growth through value, innovation, and product news. A key initiative is the launch of Blue Buffalo into the fresh pet food category, which is expected to drive growth. Additionally, their holistic margin management program aims to enhance efficiency and free up resources for reinvestment in growth.
And how does the company view its future prospects?
General Mills has reaffirmed its full-year fiscal 2026 financial targets, expecting organic net sales to range between down 1% and up 1%. They anticipate adjusted operating profit and EPS to be down 10 to 15% in constant currency, but these investments are expected to position the company for stronger, more sustainable growth in the long term.
Key takeaways. In summary, General Mills has faced some challenges this quarter, with a decline in net sales and adjusted EPS. However, their strategic focus on innovation and efficiency, along with a significant gain from divestitures, has bolstered their operating profit. John, any final thoughts on General Mills as an investment?
General Mills is navigating a complex landscape with strategic divestitures and investments in growth. While there are short-term challenges, their focus on innovation and efficiency could yield long-term benefits. Investors should keep an eye on how these strategies unfold in the coming quarters.
Thank you, John, for your insights. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in. If you found this analysis helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Smart Stock Watch. We'd love to hear your thoughts on General Mills' performance in the comments below.